Here we have a new 2024 Buick Encore GX. This one got a slight refresh for 2024. Comes in moonstone gray metallic, and then we have ebony with ebony accent, leatherette interior. And the powertrain consists of a 1.3 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, mated to a continuously variable transmission. And I'm kind of feeling the new styling, kind of following the Enclaves with those skinny daytime running lights, and then the lower bulbs. There we have the LED daytime running lights, LED headlamps. But with this being the sport touring trim, we get that black mesh grille there. I love the black bumper down below. It's just a slick look in my opinion. Now, as part of the Experience Buick package, we do get these 19-inch gloss black aluminum wheels, and then the panoramic sunroof, which I'll show you in a moment. But passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Power door lock controls here. Power mirror controls here. We can pick a side, turn those on and off, and then adjust rear window lock. And then we do have express down on the back, or on the 3 passenger windows, and then 1-touch automatic up and down on the driver's side. And bottle holder there, a little additional storage. Power liftgate controls are here. We can set that to off, 3/4 up or all the way up, and then we can click that to open as well as shut the liftgate. And there's our power driver seat with power lumbar support. I believe that's an 8-way seat. And then headlamp controls are here. We can toggle the auto mode on and off there, and then we can adjust brightness for the gauge cluster there. And there's the hood release. We do get a manual tilt telescope steering wheel. We just pull that, and then we can adjust the steering wheel and then lock it back up. But huge shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this new Encore GX. I'll leave a link below to this vehicle in the description. But you all can pause anywhere you need to as I go through the window sticker. So standard price is $26,800. So that's pretty good to know that you get this redesign or refresh for a starting price of $27,000. And then this one has the comfort package, the moonstone gray power liftgate, but still not a bad price at $32,245 in my personal opinion. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's go ahead and check out this rear space here. So not terrible back here, but just a little scrunch. Again, I'm a little bit taller, but headroom is not bad. Legroom's okay. I like that we do get the seat back pockets on both sides. And then we do have a USB-C and USB-A charge port down in there, and then a little pocket. It's actually pretty deep in there if you want to hide something like a Nintendo DS or something, I don't know. There's a view of the front from back here. And there is the moonroof with the shade up. And then this middle seat folds down. Cup holders are here. And then grab handle, we could probably fit 1 plastic hook, 2 metal hooks on that hanger hook there. But before we make our way to the back, if you ever want to engage the child locks in the back, they're manual, so just, that's how you engage it and that's how you disengage there. Fuel door, we do have capless fuel filler, so that's nice. And then other than the front end, one of my favorite things about the new Encore GXs is just the styling here on this rear end, especially on the Sport Touring. I love those taillights first and foremost, with those being LED now. And I just love that bottom half being black. It's kind of got a diffuser look there. It looks super sporty. Now it is an Encore GX, so I don't know what the play is with that, but it looks sick. And love the new emblem as well. But quick look underneath here. Spare tire is hidden underneath this little mat. And then we do have pocket trays. And then a little storage side pocket there. That doesn't have a divider, but that one does. And I think the power liftgate with this Encore GX is a pretty good deal, honestly, for how much extra it is. Not that you necessarily need it with this kind of vehicle, but again, it's nice to have. So we can fold the seat flat that way, and then just make sure the seat belt's out the way. Then we can pull it back up and then lock it back into place. And then we do have a manual front passenger seat, but that's mostly so we can do this. Fold that front passenger seat up, and then we can run longer objects or bigger objects from the back all the way to the front there. So pretty cool feature. See if I can get this back up. Not bad. And then we have our glove compartment here. But as we come back around to the front here, we're gonna look under the hood. And there's that 1.3 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. I will say though, really like the styling of the front end. Like how Buick is doing that. Now we do get these optional sport pedals, and I like the look of those as well. Now with this being an Encore GX, I don't know how the target market is going to appreciate that, but it is nice to have. Flat bottom steering wheel, leather wrap, nice touch. Heated steering wheel toggle is there. And again, love the new logo there. We're gonna cut this down a little bit. Now the radio, it looks like there would be a lot going on here, but there really isn't. And I kinda like that, and I'll show you why here. So this is our home page, and that pulls up your CarPlay, Android Auto. So first of all, this is an 11.3 inch screen, I think. So you get AM, FM, XM radio, and you can go through your bands here, and then you can even add a device here for Bluetooth, which is pretty nice. But you get that wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility as well. And it's nice that you can do all of this through that one screen. And then it walks you right through it if you want to connect the Bluetooth. But again, it's super simplistic, but it has everything you need. And then we have our maintenance gauges, so trip meter as well. So it's just, again, there's not a lot going on, but it's very, very cool. Settings here, date and timer here, and then languages here. You have English, French, Spanish, and then if you want to change your units, go down to that there, and you can change it from US to metric. And then updates, all of that. And then vehicle settings right in here. You can toggle all of that. And then your apps are here as well. And then we do have notification. You can click that up there at any time and when it's available. But your backup camera here, it's interesting. If you look closely, it doesn't look like the picture's that good in the background, but where this really shines is this is pretty much HD right up here, how the camera's angled. So as you get closer to stuff, you can see the closer objects more in depth. And then your further away objects, since you don't really need those, you don't really need to see those that clearly as you're further away from them. It was weird at first, but then I kind of realized, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense how they angle the backup camera. So now your volume knob, you can turn the volume up here, turn it down there, click that to mute, and then you can hold it, and then it takes you like a home screen to turn all that off. Hazards are there. You can control your temperature here, AC toggle here, fan direction, all those there. And then your defrosters here, vents there, and then you have 3-stage heated seats for the front, and then fan speed can be controlled there. You have a USB-C, USB-A port, and then you have a 12-volt storage for your phone there while you're charging it. And then you do have an auto stop toggle, lane keep assist with lane departure, and then traction control toggle there. And then for the shifter, just pull the lever behind, reverse, neutral, drive, and then low, and then it'll show you what gear you're in the middle of the gauge cluster at the bottom there if you want to shift to get those quote-unquote shift points. And then electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Little storage pocket there. Center console cubby space, removable tray. And then sunshade button there. This is for the sunroof itself. Just slide that back and you can set these lights as you see fit, and then OnStar controls are there. But we can one touch slide that back. And that's as far back as it goes. And then one touch close it. And then we can do the same thing with the sunshade and shut that. But there's a view of the back seat from up here. And then going back around to the steering wheel, blinkers are here, auto high beam toggles here, and then when the lights are on, you can toggle the high beams on and off and then flash here. And then when they're in the auto mode, again, you can just set the auto high beams there. And then windshield wiper controls are here. One time, this is off, and then intermittent, low, high. And then you can control your intermittent wipers here. And then you have your rear wiper here, intermittent on. And then pull back for that rear wiper fluid, push up for the front wiper fluid. And behind the steering wheel on the left side, you can go through your track list or radio station presets. Behind the steering wheel on the right side, you can go through your volume. So up, down. And then cruise control, toggle that there, cancel. And then your set and resume, forward collision alert, the gap adjust is there. And then over here you have your voice recognition, Bluetooth control, and then this is pretty much just if you go into your audio favorites or whatever, because you only have a phone button and an audio button, and you can scroll through those channels or whatever you have open there. But finally, here's the push button start. And here is the key fob with remote start. But next is go ahead and take this new 2024 Encore GX out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive in this Encore GX, having the CVT, especially with this 1.3 liter turbo 3, it does allow for decent power coming out of a stop, like turning out of a parking lot or something. It's not quick, but it just gets you up to speed without necessarily straining the engine. But all in all, from a driver's point of view, I like that the hood is sloped down, makes it easier to see. And if you're in a vehicle like this, you might have trouble seeing as it is, or I should say driving without hitting things as it is. So it's nice that you have all the assistance you need, from the backup camera to just having very good forward visibility. But all in all, you do have that Buick sound acoustic quality. I've said this before, and even the older Buick Encore GXs, the sound acoustics in here are very nice. The engine isn't overly loud within the cabin. But I also like just how, as I put my foot down, the passing power that you get in this vehicle. But fuel economy numbers are right there. But you're rated to get 29 city, 31 highway in this vehicle. But again, the ride quality is superb. And this is also one of those vehicles that a lot of people are going to because it's one of the easiest to get in and out of, because you don't have to necessarily reach down or reach up to get in the seat if you're older, if you have back problems or whatever. And with a panoramic sunroom, still have a couple inches of headroom. But I like that the seat bottom is rather wide for someone of my stature. Now I'm gonna put it into low gear now, and we'll see how this shifts. So because it's a CVT and they're not actual shifts, it's pretty responsive in terms of quote unquote downshifting, upshifting. But of course, with the help of the turbo, you can really get a nice pull depending on where you are. But I like having that system if you are a sportier driver. Let's say you're borrowing someone's vehicle for the weekend. It still can be fun. It's not particularly fast, but it's not a slouch either. And I think that one of the reasons that these are so, I guess, such a good deal is because it has several different ways that it can be used. So if you're going to use it for a commuter, you can do that. If you're somebody who only goes out on the weekends, or you're older and you just needed to beat around town in and go shopping, you can do that, because it's still roomy, especially if it's just you and you fold down this seat here. You can fit all the knickknacks and whatever you get at local yard sales you can in here. But then it can also be, for a smaller family, I think maybe 3, if you have 4 people, or if you're just shorter, older people and you just need to be able to haul your friends around, you have that usability as well, because even with the second row up, you still have a relatively nice amount of space in the cargo area. But then also, if you're a younger college kid, or you're single, living in an apartment, you want something that's easy to drive, it's nice to have this, because again, if you want to take it on a road trip, you can do that. If you want to take it to the store and buy up as much stuff as you can and fill the whole vehicle up with the seats folded down, you can. And maybe if you even need to do some light hauling in terms of materials for building a tree house, you can do that as well. That might be pushing it a little bit, but you get what I mean. Just an all-around usable vehicle. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Buick Encore GX in the Sport Touring trim level.